Assalamualaikum everyone. Our next topic is all about genes, culture, and gender. I think in your other subjects, you have already encountered these words in your sociology subject and other peace education subject. In your science, I think this topic you are familiar with this. But as a sort of review, as part also of our syllabus in social psychology, I'll be sharing with you this topic. There's a question. How are we influenced by human nature and cultural diversity? We are same form inside our body, the structures, the system, internal system, the genes. So all of us as human person, we are similar inside our structure. That is the way we sleep, the fear, the walk, feel hungry, thirsty, and the way we judge strangers, and all are the same, because as human being we have the same nature. I think that's very clear. But from outside we're different due to climatic changes and difference of culture, and I think that's also true. Inside, we are similar because we are human being, but for the outside, because of the climatic changes and the different cultures, it's now different. Okay? Then, our cultures are different. Our skin colors are different. Some are black, some are white. We are brown. So, it depends to your culture as well as to the climate and to the race. Then, what about these genes, evolutions, and the behavior? According to this, humans were all Africans. That's their belief. Due to climatic changes, availability of food, they migrated into Asia, Europe, and Australia. I think in your biology before, you remember that drawing? We came from the ape, then Cro-Magnon, then there is an evolution. So that's according to this theory. Then they adapted to the new environment. So once again, the availability of food, they migrated into Asia, then Europe and Australia. Then there's a dark people because of the direct exposure of the sun. And for the Africans, of course, they are black. Then white people, according to the belief, less exposure to the sun, especially the Europeans. I think that's clear. Then, remember Charles Darwin when you're still in your high school, especially this, yung Darwinism, okay, the theory of evolution. The proponent was Charles Darwin. And if you notice the previous slide, the drawing, I think you're familiar with that. Nature selects those who have strong genes and can produce offsprings. That's according to Darwin. If your genes are not strong, then you should not survive. So it's like a survival of the fittest. If you are strong, of course, you can survive. Then environment is good for those who have strong genes, like the polar bear. Then those who can't reproduce should not survive in any environment. That's more on the theory of Darwin and the theory of natural selection. Then organisms have many and varied offsprings. Those offsprings compete to survive. Biological and behavioral changes increase their chances of reproduction and survival. Those offsprings are more likely to pass their genes to their next generation. Of course, if they are strong. Then over time, population characterized by many changes. Okay, so that's more on his theory. Then what about this evolutionary psychology? Evolutionary psychology, this is more on the study of the cognition, cognate in the mind plus behavior using the principles of natural selection. So once again, this evolutionary psychology is the study of evolution of cognition plus using principles of Darwin, the Darwinism or the natural selection. An example, heart pumping, sending blood to the brain, your body and behavior is working according to it. This is your culture, gender, evolutionary psychology. So now take note, you already know what is evolutionary psychology. Once again, study of evolution of cognition plus behavior using the principles of natural selection. So once again, the example is heart pumping, sending the blood to brain, your body and behavior is working according to it. And this is your culture, gender, evolutionary psychology. What about this culture and behavior? I think in your sociology, in the other subject, in your Araling Palipunan, alam na alam ko anong kultura. Culture is a collective behavior, ideas, attitudes, traditions of a group passing from one generation to generation. So, yun yung kultura. Once again, a collective behavior. Ano yung kinaugalian nila? Collective ideas, collective attitude, ano yung mga tradisyon sa isang grupo. Then, pinasapasa ito, salin lahi, generation to generation. Then when we talk about nature, we talk about genes. So pag may genes, yun nanganganak. Then nurture, this is the surroundings, friends, family, and the teachers. So pag pinanganak ka, inaalagaan ka din, nino-nurture ka sa iyong surroundings, especially to friends, your family, as well as your teacher. So remember that nature, may genes tayo. In your biology before, you still remember 23 chromosomes from the female and 23 from the male. Yung genes na yon, then nag-combine together. So yun na yung tayo, then ipinanganak tayo. And that's our genes, that's part of our nature. Then paglabas natin, of course, nurture tayo, inaalagaan tayo with our friends, family, as well as your teacher. Then we have the so-called cultural diversity. Rules and regulations are different in different cultures or diverse cultures. So, magkakaiba-iba yan. May kultura. Dito lang sa Pilipinas, hindi natin sundin ang example sa ibang bansa. Iba-ibang diverse ang ating kultura. Ako bilang Cebuano, may sarili akong kultura. Kung ikaw isang Maguindanaon, isang Tausog, isang Tiduray, isang Badjaw, or Gudjaw. So, therefore, magkanya-kanya, magkaiba-iba talagang kultura natin. So, yun yung diverse cultures, the cultural diversity. Okay? Then, one-arm distance. This is a personal space plus the privacy region and should not cross that region. So, yun yung titingnan natin. So, kanya-kanyang kultura. So, therefore, one thing to do is you have to respect our own culture. Okay? We have to avoid stereotyping. We have to avoid prejudices as well as discrimination. And we have to recognize the so-called cultural diversity. An example, the winking of an eye. Okay, that's for fun. But for the boy or the girl, it can be a wrong meaning. Kaya nga ako, kung kinindatan kita, kung sino man sa inyo dito mga babae sa harap ko, pag kinindatan kita, maaring iba yung meaning mo. Okay? Si sir, grabe naman. Bakit nagkindat? Baka may gusto si sir sa akin. Si sir, manyaki si sir. Tipong ganon. Depende sa wrong meaning na ibinigay mo. Or baka kinindatan kita, baka may gusto akong iparating sa'yo na hindi naman, wala namang mali siya. So, depende talaga yon. Pero pag ang kultura mo, iba yung pananaw mo din, hindi mo na-adapt ang kultura ng iba, yun magka-problema tayo. Then, food intake, kung paano tayo kakain. Kamay, kutsara, tinidor, or na knife. Pwede yung ginagamit, nagdepende. But for us Filipinos, I think before, nagkakamay tayo. Okay? Then, na-westernize, yung iba, ayaw na ng kamay, but kasi dirty. But, originally, I think, kamay ang ginagamit natin. And until today, ako nga, nagkakamay ako. Kaya nagdepende din yan sa kultura. Kaya nakuha natin, may kultura gumagamit ng kutsara, tinidor, or knife. Pero yung iba, kamay. Pero sa atin nga, nagiging kombinasyon na. May kamay na, gumagamit ng kamay, ginagamit ba ang paa? Wala kang kamay, paa. So, it depends kung paano ka kakain. Then, expected behavior. Take note. Things people do or say that make others feel calm, happy, and pleased. So, yun yung dapat ina-expect mo sa ibang behavior. Kasi, tandaan nyo may mga norms sila. The norms is the rules and regulations of that certain community. Dito sa atin, sa example sa Pilipinas dyan, ibang example dyan, but the Muslims, meron kayong sariling norms, rules and regulation. Okay? The norms of the class, then cultures varies from their norms. So magkaiba-iba yan. Okay? So Christians have their own norms. The IPs, they have their own norms. Okay? So yun yung expected yan sa behavior din natin bawat isa. Kaya nga, please understand this so-called cultural diversity. Then another one is expressiveness. Traditional cultures, the minor liberty, the huge liberty, expressiveness is different towards the other culture. So, nagdepende kung paano sila mag-express sa sarili niya. Nagdepende din sa kultura. Okay? At saka magkakaiba yan. Hindi yan pare-pareho. But alam niyo mga students, tayo minsan because of the influence of the social media o na westernized nga, sinusunod nating ibang kultura. Kaya nga doon tayo nagkakalabo-labo, doon tayo nagka-problema. Okay? So, another expected behavior is punctuality. Okay? Ano man yung on time? Kaya nga sinasabi, Filipino time, it should be on time. But what happened when you talk about punctuality? Nagka-problema tayo. In the other countries, in Europe, United States, and the other Asian countries, punctuality is very, very important. Malate ka lang kasi marami ng experience mga Pinoy. Nagtatake ng exam, late lang ng segundo, disqualified na. Why? Kasi nasanay nga tayo. We are not on time. But sinasabi natin, when you talk about punctuality, ang Filipino daw is always on time in their dream. But in reality nga, tingnan nyo. Okay? Hindi talaga tayo on time. 8 o'clock pag-usapan, daray ka 8:30 or 9. Okay? Kaya nga sa klase natin, kung puro lang ito face-to-face, so surely maraming malilate. Pero sabi ko, naiintindihan natin yan because nasa, ano tayo, yung blended learning tayo. Okay? Then, more strictness, more punctuality, and vice versa. So, kaya nga, nagdepende pa rin yan sa kultura. Another expected behaviors is rule breaking. The role of namaz, iba naman yung sa ibang countries, are different in a different countries. Signal breaking, example. So, kanya-kanya. Sa atin, especially the traffic rules, pag nag-break natin yung rule na yun, may kaproblema tayo at saka may, of course, penalty yan. Then, personal space, one arm distance, privacy region, then family and the background. So, magkaiba-iba dyan yung personal space. Hindi yan, siguro sa atin, mayroon tayong tinatawag sa Filipino, close family ties. Pero yun sa atin. But, sa iba, ibang kultura, iba din yun. So, yun yung dapat intindihin natin. Then, we have the so-called the Big Five social beliefs. Take note, there are Big Five social beliefs. The first one is cynicism. What about cynicism? Powerful people tend to exploit others. So, nangyayari ba ito? Kahit na sa atin, yes, nangyayari ito. If you are powerful, you have to exploit others, especially the poor. Yun yung problema. Okay? That's cynicism. Kung sino yung powerful, sila yung nag-exploit pa sa mga pobre. That's cynicism. Cynicism pala. So, cynicism. The second social beliefs is the social complexity. What about social complexity? One has to deal with matters according to specific circumstances. Okay? So, complex siya, medyo labo-labo siya, but one has to deal with matters according to specific circumstances. So, titingnan mo. Although complex siya, pero titingnan mo doon sa specific. Then, what about this number 3? Social beliefs, reward for application. one will succeed if he or she really tries. What does it mean? Yung reward application. Once again, one will succeed if he or she really tries. So, of course, kailangan mo magsikap. Okay? So that you'll be able to get your reward and you'll be successful. And of course, yun na yung magsikap ka. So, kailangan yung pagsisikap. Next is spirituality, another social belief. Number 4, everybody has spirit inside. Okay, spirituality, religious faith contributes to a good mental health. Okay, talking about spirituality, so each one of us, like, you have Islamic spirituality, I have my, as Christian, I have Christian spirituality, the IPs, they have also, in the context of Mindanao, you have also indigenous spirituality. So when we talk about the spirituality comes from the, I think, Latin, Greek word, rua. Rua, which means the breath. Okay? Breath. Then the breath is the spirit. Kaya nga, according to one of the philosophers as well as the theologian, every time we breathe, we are breathing the breath of God. That's the spirit within, the spirit inside. Okay? Nakuha natin, ruwa, breathing. Okay, remember when God created man in our own context, Christians as well as Islam. 'Di ba? God, galing tayo lahat sa lupa. That's our turo. Then pinorma, then God hiningahan siya. He breathed on it and there was life. And that's why spirituality is the way of life. Okay? Nakuha natin. Kaya nga, ulitin ko, according to one of the theologian, every time we breathe, we are breathing the breath of God, the Spirit of God, the Ruah. Okay? So, that's all about, especially in the religious faith, contributes also to good mental health. That's why our religion would also help us, especially in our faith, especially in doing good. Okay? In the way we treat others. Then, the last social beliefs is the faith control. Determines one's success and failures. If there is no belief on luck, then there is no satisfaction. Kaya nga, ito yung kanyang, di ba, meron tayong kanyang kapalaran. But your kapalaran, can you control your kapalaran? I think so. That's why you study here. So that you'll be successful. If you don't study, na failure ka, problema yun. Kaya nga, ikaw mismo itong kapalaran na ito, ikaw mismo ang gagawa ng paraan para hindi ka magiging failure, para magiging successful ka. So, hindi yung, Diyos na bahala kasi ito yung kapalaran ko. No, you can do something. Okay? Sabi nga, if there is no belief on luck, then there is no satisfaction. So, yun yung mga faith control. So, dahil sa kapalaran, ayun na. Hanggang dyan lang tayo. So, magkalabo-labo din yan. But you can do something. Then, what about these universal belief dimensions? Then, we have also the so-called universal status norms. Then, under social beliefs, the dimension is who really on cynicism are less satisfied. We know what cynicism, I think you know already what is cynicism. Okay? Cynicism, di ba? Whoever is the powerful, sila yung nag-exploit sa others, especially the poor. Then, they don't care about doing something wrong. That's another universal dimensions of belief dimension, that they believe in anxiety and stress. Then what about this universal status norm? They talk higher status people in the respectful way. So once again, they talk to higher status people in respectful ways. Then status may be of wealth, job, satisfaction, education. That's more on the universal status norm. Kung nasa taas antas pamumuhay mo, sabi nga, people in respectful way. Pero hindi naman, siguro it does not follow. Kaya nga, non sequitur. May mga mabababa naman antas sa buhay, but the respect is there. Malinaw yan. Kaya nga, hindi sugatan siguro ang educated ka, doktor ka, talking about attitude. Okay? Kaya nga, maybe higher ang pinag-usapan kung higher status ang status mo kasi nakakalamang ka kasi marami kang alam. But the point here is, sabi ko, hindi yan. May mga wala namang pinag-aralan pero the way they respect others, mas matindi. Okay? Then the status may be of wealth. Yes, that can be. Mayaman ka. So, mataas yung antas mo sa lipunan. Magandang trabaho mo. Nakapagtapos ka. Etc. Etc. So, that's under the universal status norm. What about this incest taboo? To have sexual relationship with your father, mother. So, yun yung tingnan ito. Because there are also some culture na bago, and I think, dinidiscourage sa ito ngayon, bago asawahin yung anak na babae, dapat si tatay muna mauna. May mga ganon. Incest taboo yan. Okay? Na sarili mong dugo, nagkaroon ka ng sexual relationship. Nangyari ba yan sa Pilipinas? Nangyayari. Ang daming nangyayari. Kaya bawal man. So may batas na biblianggo sila. Okay? So it's a really big no-no yung incest. Incest kasi having a sexual relationship with your pariente, father, mother, and the siblings. Okay? That not acceptable in many societies but really acceptable in some. So yun yung sabi ko. Na there are some na bago ikasal yung anak nila babae, ang tatay muna ang gagamit. So, that's the problem there. But, it's not acceptable. General rules, hindi yan talaga acceptable. Sobra ka pa sa masahol ka pa sa mga hayop. Okay? Kasi tao man tayo. Ang hayop, wala na yan. Para sobra ka pa sa hayop, mas masahol ka pa sa hayop pag ginagawa yung incest na yan. Having sexual relationship with your brother, sister, mother, ano. Ang hayop, ginagawa nila, wala pag-iisip, pero tayong tao. So, yun ang punto. Then, we have also the so-called norms of war. Don't kill children, women, old age people, unarmed person. So, that's the norm dapat. And I think, in Islam, isa din yun sa turo. Sa pag may gulo-gulo, may gira-gira, ang mga babae, children, the old age, yung walang kalaban-laban, dapat hindi isali. But, hindi lang yan turo sa Islam. Lahat turo yan. Okay? That's a general norm siguro when they talk about war. Wala, hindi man kasali yung mga bata. Kaya nga, napanood ninyo sa video, Palestinian against Israelis, there are nakakalungkot, sasabi natin, kagagalit din. Okay? Sisi dito, sisi doon, sisihan. Pero may mga video doon na talagang minamaliit lang din. Talagang, gawa yan ng Israel, gawa yan hindi na awa. Pare-pareho lang sila kasi war yon. Okay? Nagpulbusay sila, pinupulbos ang Gaza, pinupulbos din yun Kaya nga, yun yung tingnan yan sa norms of war. Hindi dapat kasali ang mga bata, kababaihan, mga matatanda, at saka yung walang kalaban-laban. Pero when you talk about the war, especially in other countries, balanse lang as peace educator, peace advocate, look at the both sides, the negative, the positive, the hari at saka patay in a coin. Okay? Di ba sa coin mayroong crown at saka yung hari. Kaya hari patay yung tawag sa Cebuano. So titingnan lang din. Kaya nga may mga fake news din sa especially between Palestinian and sa Israelis. Hindi talaga naawa, mamamatay tao yung mga Israelites. Kung tutuusin nga, that's a long history sa kailang gera-gera. Especially yung bagong nila, alitan ngayon, gera nila ngayon, napansin ninyo, may fiesta ang mga Jewish people, the Israelites, na walang kalaban-laban, binumba din. Thousands of children, women, old age, and the unarmed person namatay din. Na ngayong gumanti, maraming nagagalit against the Israelites. Kaya nga sa peace education, balance lang ha, tingnan yung balance. Huwag yung kampihan na, dito, kagaya sa nangyari. Talagang bulbusin ng ano. Alam naman natin na Hamas, they are terrorists. Okay? Terrorista men, well known man talaga yan. We cannot deny the fact na ganun. Hamas are terrorists. Then, nagrally tayo. That's the point there. Kasi against na tayo sa kabila. Kasi masasamang tao mga Israelites. But once again, balik tayo dito. The norm of wars is do not kill children, women, old age people, at saka yung walang kalaban-laban, walang mga armas. I think that's very clear to all of us. Norms sana, that's universal. Hindi lang yan doon sa naggera doon, kahit na dito sa atin. Okay? Then there are similarities of gender. There are also differences of the so-called gender. When I talk about sex, what's the difference between sex and gender? I think meron na kayong mga seminars dito. Gender sensitivity dito sa atin, gaya sa ating God office. I think mayroon sunod-sunod kay mga seminar din. Kami mga teachers mayroon din. So this is just a review. The difference between the two. Sex, biological determination of male and female by birth. So alam natin na biological determination. Babae ka, lalaki ka. And there is no such thing as third sex. Malinaw yan. Malinaw yan sa atin. There is no such thing as third sex. Pero nag-i-exist sila. They claim to be the third sex. The LGBTQI+. Pero I'm also a certified LGBT. Pero hanggang LGBT lang ako. So what does it mean? Pag L, lesbian, B, bisexual, G, gay, ang T, transgender. Pero ngayon may dagdag nga. Pero I'm happy to be a member of the so-called LGBT. Certified LGBT. Pero iba din yung meaning. L is lami in Cebuano, G gihapon, bisan tigulang. Di ba? Naiiba. Okay, so once again, balik tayo dito. Biological determination of male and female by birth, that's sex. Then the gender, this is the characteristic of people associated with male or female. Kuha natin itong gender. Okay? Characteristic of people associated with male or female. Then, social construction of that sex. Kaya nga, magsabi tayo dito, uy, wag kang magbike ha kasi babae ka, ganito, ganyan. Ano yan? Sex or gender? That's an example of gender. Uy, wag kang maglaba ha kasi lalaki ka. Ayan. Kasi akala na ang paglaba, pang babae lang. That's more like on the issue of gender. Uy, wag kang magluto ha kasi lalaki ka. Ayan, mga tipong ganun. I think, hindi natin elaborate yan. Ang dami ninyong alam tungkol dyan. Then another similarities, differences. The slower to puberty ang mga lalaki. Then faster to die. Bakit? Kasi mga palahubog, madaming bisyo. Then 4 times suicide. And why? Because mga kalalakihan di marunong mag-open. Okay? Kasi nahiya siya. Maybe is that part of nature? Okay, then more capable of wiggling ears. Okay, wala lang. Wala kayo dyan. What about the female? Have more fat? Would you agree? Then shorter, weigh less, more sensitive to smells and sounds. That's a possibility. Then more prone to anxiety and depression. So yan, kasi dahil siguro sa sobrang problema din. Okay, so yun yung similarities and differences of male and female. Then, the independence and interconnectedness. Tingnan nyo, male and female. Large groups, activities, interact with their own gender, shortest conversation, less emotions, value earning and promotions, less smile, then less empathy. Yun yung under sa lalakihan. Sa kababaihan naman, play less aggressively, they talk more, longer conversation. Tama ba? Kasi maraming marites. Then, more helpful. And that's true. More emotions. Emotional si babae, yes. Caring. More caring si babae. Then, the smile is there. More smile, more empathy. So, sa lalaki, pwede man natin, but according to psychology, yun tayo. Ganon yung nature natin, iba sa babae. Kaya nga, this is more on independence versus connectedness. So, yun yung dapat tingnan din natin. Then, when it comes to dominance and aggression, men are usually dominant. I think all of us would agree that one. Dominant ba? O baliktad? Then, men tend to be autocratic, women more democratic. Ayun, siguro. Because of this macho image, macho mentality, dapat si lalaki lang masunod. Sana baguhin yan ha, mga lalaki dito. Especially pag mag-asawa kayo, hindi lang pwede kayo masunod. Okay? Dapat pag-usapan. Kaya nga sinasabi, women more democratic. And I think, ako personally, I would agree that one. Then, men takes more risk. Okay? Gusto natin yung, we take more risk sa ating kalalakihan. Then, when it comes to aggression, physical or verbal behavior intended to hurt someone, then women, that's for men. Then, women are slightly more aggressive indirectly. Kasi that's also their nature then. Spreading malicious gossips. Sino yan? Mga kababaihan, kalalakihan. Marami din mga kalalakihan na marites. Okay? So, yan ang problema. Then, when it comes to sexuality, of course, we know, men and women, sabi natin kanina, we are born biologically, when we talk about sex, men and women, more often think about and initiate sex. Okay? Then, more inspired by emotional passion ang mga kababaihan. Kaya nga, ito yung tandaan nyo mga kababaihan ha, kasi sila lalaki, sabi nga, more often think about and initiate sex. Yung may mga boyfriend, girlfriend, una-una, hawak-hawak lang yan sa kamay, pero sila babae, sila lalaki, kasi mag-initiate nga siya. Gagapang yung kanyang kamay. Kung hayaan mo yan, magkagulo na. Loko-loko na. Okay, then, more inspired by emotional passion, si babae. And I think, psychology, whether we like it or not, yun talagang sinasabi. Yun yung napatunayan na. Yun yung according to science and research. Okay? Then, evolution and gender, doing what comes naturally. What about this? Gender mating preferences. Men seek out quantity. They prefer physicality. Body shapes and size, skin, and condition. Totoo ba? Yes, totoo yan. Seeks out quantity. Kaya nga, yung iba, dahil sa macho mentality, macho image, ang dami-dami pong boyfriend, ang dami-dami kong asawa, kahit hindi inakaya. Kaya nga, I'm not against 4 wives, especially in Islam. Kasi yun yung turo. I have to respect on that. But the problem, inaabuso. Kayo, siguro experience ninyo, hindi makaya sa ama ninyo. Pero nagduaya. Go to hell. Kasi hindi ang turo ng Islam. Ang turo ng Islam, kapag kaya mo. Pero yung iba, nagka-problema tuloy. Kasi sinasabi nga, men, because of this, the preferences, men seeks out quantity. The more, the merrier. Kahit na ikaya. Kaya nga, they prefer physicality, body size, shape, the skin, and the condition. Manisa na babae. Matanda na ito. Magdagdag ako kahit na hindi kaya. Mali yun ha, mali yun. Hindi turo ng Islam yun. You can have 4 wives as long as pwede mong maibigay lahat. Equally. Okay? Hindi yung abusuhin. Kaya sabi ko, inaabuso. I think you know that one. Then, women seek out quality, wisely choose, so the quality. Okay? Protecting and nurturing of offspring. Then, selecting mates 4 years older than them, that would be. Kasi ang mga kababayan, early maturer man siya, kaya sinabi natin kanina, mas dali silang tumanda. tayo, 'di ba, sa puberty slower tayo. Kaya nga ang dapat yun yung titingnan. But ang mga kababaihan, they seek out quality, especially in protecting and nurturing the children or the offspring. Okay? What about culture and gender? Doing as the culture says. What about the rules? The gender rules is a set of norms for male and female. So, yon. At alam na din ninyo ito. May mga seminar na kayong ganito. We humans are actually culture shapers. So, sinishape natin yung kultura natin. Then, people mold themselves according to culture. Wala sigurong mag-against dyan. Then, culture demands how man should behave and how a woman should behave. So, yun yung talagang demand ng ating kultura. At home, females cook or they are the chef. In the restaurant, males also a chef. So, yun. Then, men and women both can perform in every profession equally. Kaya nga maganda na ito ngayon, especially in the Philippines. Yung gender equality, yung God. Okay? Mga seminar natin, maganda yun. Kaya nga, happy tayo ngayon. May mga sundalo ng mga babae, may mga pulis na mga babae. Kasi noon, ang profesyon na yan, panlalaki lang yan. At least ngayon, I think, in every recruitment, may 10% dapat may babae. Equality. Kasi mas magaling dapat din si babae. Pare-pareho. Okay? So, malinaw yan. Noon, pag teacher ka, pang babae lang yan. During my time nga, pag nag-aral ako ng education, mabibilang lang kaming lalaki. Okay? Buti lalaki. Marami din bayot. So, that's the point there. Okay? Then, another profession, ang midwives. Midwifery. Okay? Pang babae lang. Pero may mga midwives na ang course na yan. May mga kalalakihan na midwife. Okay? Anong tawag, sir? Mid-husband. And midwife pa rin sila. Because they finish midwifery. Okay? So, yun. Ulitin natin, every profession equally. Na pwedeng makaya ni babae, pwedeng makaya lang kung anumang tatahakin niya na profession. Okay? Then, study on the 27 countries found out that women did most of the homework. Yes, that's really true. Kahit na dito sa atin, sa Pilipinas. Tingnan nyo sa pamilya ninyo. Kayo, mga kalalakyan, obserbahan ninyo, sinong mas maraming trabaho? Si nanay, si mga kababaihan, mga kapatid na babae, sila yung naglalaba. Ikaw, dapat gawin mo rin kung lalaki ka. Maglaba ka, magluto ka. Okay? Yan yung challenge sa atin, sa God natin, gender equality. Okay? Then they spend twice as much time as men or unpaid domestic work. And that's true. Then, in Western countries, gender roles are becoming more flexible. At least ngayon, because of this gender and yung God, gender and development, at least ngayon, flexible na. Then no longer in a preschool teaching necessarily women's work and piloting, driving, or necessarily men's work. I think in Iran, bawal ang babae mag-drive. Pero may kababaihan talaga na nagda-drive. Kaya nga maraming galit. But kaya ng mga kababaihan na mag-drive. Mas magaling pa nga sila mag-drive. So, iyan. Hindi lang sila pang bahay, hindi lang sila pang eskwelahan. Kaya din ng lalaki dapat. Then different cultures having different cultures have different gender roles. Okay? Then for example, men are much valued by families in Asian culture. Yan. Then women are respected for caregivers, whereas men are respected for their achievements in these countries. Okay? Especially sa Pilipinas, kasali tayo dyan. Then, when the passage of time, the gender roles got changed. Now, females can perform those tasks with which males does. Ayun, sabi na natin, driving taxis, the buses, the bikes, and many other things. Kung anong nagagawa ni lalaki, nagagawa na rin ni babae sa kasalukuyan. Then, the peer-transmitted culture, you know already what is the nature, the genetic inheritance, human development, that's nature. Then, the nurture is the environmental influence of human development. So, it is the nurture aspect of life that determines the roles of a gender. We as human, we are born only observing our surroundings. It is not until we were told how two things are related together that actually understand its true meaning. That is, understanding that pink color is a reference to a girl and a coral blue is a reference to a boy. Pero in reality, the pink color, that's a male color. Pero sa atin kasi, pag ako may pink, mga men ay, bayot man ito kasi nag-pink. Dapat blue kasi pang lalaki. So, iyon din yung dapat titingnan ninyo. Okay? Then, we learn from these ideas from the first agenda of socialization which is our parents. Our families are the ones that directly implies that you are a girl or a boy. They are the ones whom we first interact with. Kaya minsan because of this, hindi na-educate, kung babae ka, maglaro ka, ay wag ka maglaro ng baril-baliran, pang lalaki lang, wag kang panglalaki lang yan. Tapos pag si boy naman, maglaro ng manika, wag yan, kasi pag babae yan, magiging bayot ka. So, yon ang problema. Then, 50% of our personality is inherited, out of which 0 to 10% is parental nurturing, and 40 to 50% is peer influence. So, malaki-laki ha. The influence outside, especially mga kakilala, mga kaibigan. Then, much of the culture influence transmitted to children by their peers. Then, what can we conclude about the genes, the cultures, as well as gender? We have the so-called interaction, a relationship in which the effect of one factor, such as biology, depends on other factors such as the environment. Kaya nga, nurture as well as nature. Kita natin in the previous slide. Then, biology or the genes and culture are interlinked. Then, the biological factors operate within a cultural context, and the culture builds on a biological foundation. Then, the power of the situation and the person. We make such situation which makes other people understand what we want to say. An example of this, we hate someone, we create such situation that tells them clearly. Okay? Given social situations often affects the different people differently. So, nagdepende yan because of the different culture nga. Then, people often choose their situation. Then, people often create their situation. So, yun talaga ang tao. Kasi magkaiba. Man is really unique. Especially, culture is also unique. And with that, thank you very much. I hope you learned something. God bless everyone. Dalaygon ang Diyos. This is your friend, Brother Joars Alferez.